Hello and welcome in, everyone. This is Amy of AJC Magic TV. I welcome you in this evening. Happy Wednesday, happy hump day. Hope you're all doing well. And I thank you all for joining because I know you could be doing other things or watching other people. I hope you have a good time. We're here to have fun. Um, and tonight will be various decades of trivia. So if you win if you're the first person to answer and get correct, you can pick the decade that you'd like to have a question from. Good evening, Forrest. Good evening, Zippity Doo Dog. Thank you for joining. And I do like to thank Dean of the Live Place at liveplace.com for hosting my channel and many other channels out there. So, Dean of the Live Place, check out Tea Time Mary Ellen at 7 p.m. for her variety show. Check out the Sassy Squad with Joy S. and friends. Welcome in, Rob Buzz. Thank you for joining. Good to see you. So check out the Sassy Squad, Joy S. and Tina and friends. Also check out the This and That crew, the Pete McDevitt Show. Check out Coffee Talk in the Morning with Zippity Doo Dog. Check out This Our Dreams, Jennifer Caruso, Samantha Lowe, Dinners with Donna, Dean the Turkey Legster, Cakes 2112, and Lily's Life. And also check out the 927 show with Cakes and Lily's Life's dad, Ken. Thank you. You're welcome, Rob. But welcome in, Teton, Mary Ellen, Rob Buzz, Zippity Doo Dog, Forrest. Thank you for joining. If the weather would have been kind of better, I was actually going to be at a band show or band festival this evening. They have one that they call the Allegheny Valley School area. And I had thought about going to it, but the weather here has been kind of rainy all day here in Pittsburgh. But we need the rain, but it's just a little unfortunate. Otherwise, that's where I would have been this evening. So, but we'll get started. We will start with a question from the 1990s. A question from the 1990s. Welcome in, Movie Mania Nick. Make sure to check out Movie Mania Nick. Also, It's Joey's World. Welcome in, Jason Thibodeau. Thank you for joining. Hello to Gloria Thibodeau. But here we go with a 1990s question. In which children's TV series might you have encountered the evil alien sorceress Rita Repulsa? In which children's TV series might have you encountered the evil alien sorceress Rita Repulsa? So you would have had to be really into that particular show. And if you answer first, you get 3 points. Second and third place gets 2 points, and everyone else gets 1 point. So here is the answer. I do see it in the Welcome in Stories of Court. But the answer to this question, in which children's TV series might have you encountered the evil alien sorceress Rita Repulsa? The Mighty Morphin Power Rangers show. The Power Rangers or the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers show. So we had Movie Mania Nick first. Then we had Forrest. and Jason Thibodeau. Welcome in Stories of Court. Okay, Movie Mania Nick, you can pick your decade. 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, or 2000s. Welcome in Debbie Thunert. Okay, Nick wants the 80s. Yeah, make sure you're live with the red button showing red, that you have the live button showing red. That way you're caught up to everything. Here we go. Professional wrestler Terrence Gene Bollea was better known by what ring name? Professional wrestler Terrence Gene Bollea was better known by what ring name? Welcome in Mandy Mary. But which professional wrestler was the what professional wrestler Terrence Gene Bollea was better known by what ring name? And we have the answer in the chat. It was Hulk Hogan. Hulk Hogan. So Debbie Thuner gets it first. Then we have Forrest. Mandy Mary. Then Movie Mania Nick. And Stories of Court. Good job, everyone. Okay. Debbie Thunert, you can pick the category. The 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, or 2000s. Welcome in, Surfer Girl 326, Cherie. But Debbie Thunert, she picks the 70s, the 1970s. Here we go. In the movie Dirty Harry, which actor said this famous quote? You got to ask yourself one question. Do I feel lucky? Well, do you, punk? In the movie Dirty Harry, which actor said this famous quote? You got to ask yourself one question. Do I feel lucky? What do you? Well, do you, punk? But I'll read the question again and then give the answer. In the movie Dirty Harry, which actor said this famous quote? You got to ask yourself one question. Do I feel lucky? Well, do you, punk? It was Clint Eastwood. Clint Eastwood. So Movie Mania Nick got it first. Then we had Jason Thibodeau. Forrest. Debbie Thunert. Mandy Mary. Stories of Court. And that's it. Good job, everyone. Okay, Movie Mania Nick. Pick the category. Okay, he's doing the 1990s. The 1990s. Released in 1992, which film featured two metalhead friends who ran their own local public access TV show and liked to party on? Released in 1992, which film featured two metalhead friends who ran their own local public access TV show and liked to party on? And we have the answer. The answer is Wayne's World. Wayne's World. So we have Movie Mania Nick, Forrest, Mandy Mary, Surfer Girl 326, Debbie Thunert, Jason Thibodeau, and Stories of Court with Wayne's World. Okay, Movie Maniac, pick the next category. Okay, he's going back to the 1980s. The 1980s. And let's pick something different. Here we go. Nah. We did a lot of those questions before. Okay, here we go for the 1980s. What theme park opened in 1989 as a part of Walt Disney World Resort in Florida? I'm late. Can I use my homework pass? Sure, Chris. Welcome in the Curtis family. What theme park opened in 1989 as a part of the Walt Disney World Resort in Florida? I'll take either name. But what theme park opened in 1989 as a part of Walt Disney World Resort in Florida? It was Disney MGM Studios, now Disney's Hollywood Studios. So Forrest came in first. Welcome in, Mark Langenkamp. He has Hollywood Studios. Then we had Simba 2. Welcome in, Matt. So we have Forrest, Mark Langenkamp, Simba 2, Mandy Mary, Stories of Court, Movie Mania Nick, Jason Thibodeau, Debbie Thunert. I was going to say you Disney peeps better get this one. We need more thumbs up. Thank you, Chris. Okay, Forrest. The 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, or 2000s? Okay, Forrest wants the 2000s. Oh, and also check out Dakota Goods channel. I gotta look up the name because she did change her name to a different channel. I believe it has something to do with the diamond painting. I meant to look that up. I just saw a video from her. But check out Dakota's channel, Dakota Good. She's been doing the diamond paintings and dropping various other shorts and videos. So check that out. Okay, for the 2000s, diamond painting with DJ. Diamond painting with DJ is the name of the channel. I'll get the link here in a little bit. Okay, here we go for 2000s. Invented by Dean Kamen and launched in 2001, what is the name of his two-wheeled, self-balancing electric vehicle? Invented by Dean Kamen and launched in 2001, what is the name of his two-wheeled, self-balancing electric vehicle? Welcome in, Nico the Greco. And we have our answer in the chat. Invented by Dean Kamen and launched in 2001. What is the name of his two-wheeled, self-balancing electric vehicle? It is a Segway. A Segway. So we have Mark Legenkamp first. Then we have Simba 2. Forrest. Mandy Mary. Jason Thibodeau. Debbie Thunert. Stories of Court. Oh, I thought you said one wheel. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Welcome in. It's Joey's World. Thank you, Movie Maniac, for the link dropping there. But good evening. It's Joey's World. Now, Segways make scooters. Yes. I always wanted to do I never got to do it though when Epcot used to have the Segway tour. And then they had one out at Fort Wilderness for more adventure. But let's see who got that first. I believe it was Mark Legenkamp. Yes, so Mark, you get to pick the category. The 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, or 2000s. Mark Legenkamp. Okay, Mark wants to go to the 1950s. He's going with the 1950s. Here we go. Oh, geez, these are hard. Okay. These ones are pretty hard, but we'll see who can get them. Here we go. Rock and roll legend Richard Wayne Penniman was known by which stage name? Rock and roll legend Richard Wayne Penniman was known by which stage name? Anyone have a time machine? Yeah, I kind of wish I had one in a way, but then you know what all could happen there. You can change the you go into the alternate worlds. But which rock and roll legend Richard Wayne Penniman was known by which stage name? Little Richard. Little Richard. So Mark Langenkamp got it first. Then we had It's Joey's World. Then Debbie Thunert. John Stamos. Mandy Mary. Jason Thibodeau. My next guess would have been R. Johns. Yeah, he's a Richard. Okay, that's all it looks like. Who answered? Okay, Mark Langenkamp. Next question, next category. Okay, he's going to the 60s. Here we go. What was the name of the anthropomorphic Volkswagen racing Beetle in the 1968 comedy film The Love Bug? The Love Bug. What was the name of the anthropomorphic Volkswagen racing Beetle in the 1968 comedy film The Love Bug? Curtis family. Okay, what was the name of the love bug? It was Herbie. Herbie the love bug. So Mark Langenkamp got it first. You had part of the answer there, Curtis family. But Mark Langenkamp got it first. Then Nico the Greco. It's Joey's World. Tea Time Mary Ellen. So let's say Mark, Langenkamp, Nico, the Greco, It's Joey's World, Teton, Mary Ellen, Jason Thibodeau, Mandy Mary, Simba 2, and Surfer Girl 326, Debbie Thunert, yeah, she got on the board. Okay. The first person to get it was Mark Langenkamp. Okay, Mark, which category would you like? 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000s. He's going back to the 1950s. Okay, here we go. Humphrey Bogart and Katharine Hepburn starred in what 1951 film? Humphrey Bogart and Katharine Hepburn starred in what 1951 film? They actually have a boat at the Jungle Cruise that has his name on it. But Humphrey Bogart and Katharine Hepburn starred in what 1951 film? And we do have the answer. It is the African Queen. The African Queen. It's Joey's World was pretty close, but they said the Jungle Queen. But the African Queen. So Jason Thibodeau got it first. Mark Legenkamp. Debbie Thunert. Good job, everyone who answered it correctly. Okay. Jason Thibodeau, you get to pick the next category. And he would like the 60s, the 1960s. Here we go. Who was the lead singer for the rock and pop band The Four Seasons? Who was the lead singer for the rock and pop band The Four Seasons? Aquaman, John, Surfbum, thank you for joining. But who was the lead singer for the rock and pop band The Four Seasons? It is Frankie Valli. Frankie Valli. So the first person to get it was Jason Thibodeau. Yeah, if it was a John Stamos thing, a lot of you would have gotten it correct, but it was Frankie Valli. So Jason Thibodeau, John Surfbum. Then we had Debbie Thunert. Frankie Calling. I'll give Mandy Mary a point. There we go. Yes, so many Stamos answers. I'm with my people. Okay, so Jason Thibodeau, you get to pick the category again. Okay, he would like the 70s, the 1970s. Let me grab a different card. We did most of those. Okay, here we go for the 1970s. Name the band founded in Chicago by Maurice White in 1970 that grew out of a previous band known as Salty Peppers. Name the band founded in Chicago by Maurice White in 1970 that grew out of a previous band known as the Salty Peppers. I'm going to have two bonus questions later. But name the band found in Chicago by Maurice White in 1970 that grew out of a previous band known as Salty Peppers. It was Earth, Wind, and Fire. Earth, Wind, and Fire. And I believe Jason Thibodeau got it first. Yes. Jason Thibodeau got it first. Then we had Mark Legenkamp. Debbie Thunert. Andy Mary. I think I'm out of my junior. That's why you gotta know those answers. That way you can keep picking your favorite category. Okay, Jason would like the 1980s. The 1980s. Here we go. Which 1989 superhero film was based on the DC Comics character of the same name and starred Michael Keaton in the title role? Which 1989 superhero film based on the DC Comics character of the same name and starred Michael Keaton in the title role? Boo, Tim Burton. Okay, here we go. Which 1989 superhero film was based on the DC Comics character of the same name and starred Michael Keaton in the title role? Batman. Batman. I am Batman. So Simba 2 got it first. Mark Legenkamp. Then we had Jason Thibodeau. It's Joey's World. Debbie Thunert. T-Tom Mary Ellen. Mandy Mary. Movie Mania Nick. Boo, Tim Burton. Yeah, that one's my favorite Batman. Although there are, various versions. But the Michael Keaton version, one of my favorites. Okay, so Simba 2. You can pick the 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, or 2000s. Simba 2. It's the only thing he made that I liked. No Disney today. Sorry, Matt. Well, I could give you a Disney question. I can give you a Disney question. And a lot of you know this person, so you should get the answer. Unless you don't watch their streams. But which streamer, every time it's in the Magic Kingdom and Epcot, films a piano player? Which YouTuber, every time they're in Magic Kingdom and Epcot, films a piano player? And it's almost guaranteed unless they're shut down. There was your Disney question. Which YouTuber is guaranteed to be watching a piano player in Magic Kingdom or Epcot? And the answer is Jennifer Caruso. Jennifer Caruso. So Teton Mary Ellen gets it first. Then we had Debbie Thunert. Movie Mania Nick. Simba 2 got it with Jennifer Caruso. Then we had Jason Thibodeau. It's Joey's World. Yeah, there are a lot of other streamers, but usually she either goes to Epcot or Magic Kingdom and films the piano players. Okay, so Tea Time Mary Ellen, you get to pick the next category. The next category. Just an idea, Amy. You should have questions like that once a month. Yeah, that's a good idea. Okay, Tea Time Mary Ellen would like the 70s. The 1970s. Here we go with the 1970s. Yeah, it's true, Nick. I probably will do something like that. Because I know a couple other people had told me I should try something like that at times. Okay, here we go with the 1970s. What television series was set on a cruise ship and revolved around the ship's captain, crew, and passengers? What television series was set on a cruise ship and revolved around the ship's captain, crew, and passengers? Welcome in, Cakes2112. But we have our answer. What television series was set on a cruise ship and revolved around the ship's captain, crew, and passengers? It was The Love Boat. The Love Boat. Yeah, Gilligan's Island, I think, was like more 67-ish. But it is The Love Boat. So Simba 2 got it first. Then Jason Thibodeau. It's Joey's World. Movie Mania Nick. Debbie Thunert. Mandy Mary. Mark Legenkamp. Then we had Cakes. I went, do I get an honorable mention? I'll give you a half point. Half point. And make sure if you like variety shows and stuff, check out Tea Time Mary Ellen. She's usually live with Dean of the Live Plays and various other friends. It's a great show. Does a variety of stuff. Sometimes it's brackets and trivia. And a lot of times the answer may be Pennsylvania in there on her trivia. You're welcome. Okay. So Simba 2. Pick the next category, the 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, or 2000s. Oh, he wants the 90s. Okay, here we go. In Disney's Aladdin, where did Jafar send Aladdin and Abu to retrieve the lamp? Okay, Mark, thank you for joining. And you had 18 points, Mark. 18 points. Have a good night and enjoy your dinner. Now you have 19. But in Disney's Aladdin, where did Jafar send Aladdin and Abu to retrieve the lamp? Look, you got a 1990s Disney trivia question, Simba 2. Just happened to be on the card. We do have the answer there in the chat, but in Disney's Aladdin, where did Jafar send Aladdin and Abu to retrieve the lamp? It was the Cave of Wonders. The Cave of Wonders. So Mark Langenkamp got it first. Then we had Simba 2. Debbie Thunert. Jason Thibodeau. Cave of Poo Coffee. And Zip Dog. I thought you did one earlier, but Doug. Zippity Doo Dog. Okay, who got it first? Mark did. So, just curious, how many questions do you think you do in an hour? Uh, huh. That's hard to say. Probably about 50, maybe more. 50 to 100, depending on how I go through. That's the thing. I don't really. Yeah, probably about 50-ish. I know sometimes if I have a list of questions, then I know how many I go through. But with the different cards, it's hard to tell. But probably about 50 or so. But Simba 2, you can pick the next category. I actually do have another bonus question, but I can do that another time. But Simba 2, 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s. I'll choose for Mark since he's making dinner and you like the 2000s. Okay. Okay, here we go for the 2000s. In the film National Treasure, a coded map on the back of which historical document points to the location of the treasure? In the film National Treasure, a coded map on the back of which historical document points to the location of the treasure? And we have our answer. In the film National Treasure, a coded map on the back of historical document points to the location of the treasure. It was the Declaration of Independence. The Declaration of Independence. Yeah, it was one of their subsidiary um, companies. So Simba 2 got it first. Then we had It's Joey's World, Movie Mania Nick, Jason Thibodeau, Debbie Thunert. That was technically Disney, yes. Okay, two more questions. So, Matt, you get to pick the category again. Okay, you like the 2000s. Okay, here we go with the 2000s. What do you call an event in which people dance to music listened to on wireless headphones? I was actually alive then. Ah, okay. What do you call an event in which people dance to music listened to on the wireless headphones? Okay, we have our answer. What do you call an event in which people dance to music listened to on wireless headphones? It is a silent disco. A silent disco or silent dance. So it's Joey's World was the first people to do silent disco. And then we had Simba 2 with the silent dance party. Then we had Debbie Thunert and Jason Thibodeau. So it's Joey's World. You can pick the next category. It's Joey's World. You can pick the next category. Yes, that means the 80s, the 1980s. Here we go on the 1980s. John Belushi and Dan Aykroyd starred in which musical crime comedy from 1980 that went on to be a cult classic? John Belushi and Dan Aykroyd starred in which musical crime comedy from 1980 that went on to become a cult classic? The Stamos brothers. Welcome in, Dave Stragan. Thank you for joining. Anyone else is going to answer? I'm going to give the answer here in a moment. Welcome in, Kathy Hollister. John Belushi and Dan Aykroyd starred in which musical crime comedy from 1980 that went on to become a cult classic? And we have the answer. It is the Blues Brothers. The Blues Brothers. So Simba 2 got it first. Then we had Movie Mania Nick, Mark Legenkamp. It's Joey's World. Jason Thibodeau. Debbie Thunert. Kathy Hollister. She had to get her 1 point to beat Jeff. Been listening while making dinner. Epcot Sneakin' Noodle copycat recipe is now in the oven. Wow. Yeah, it is Oktoberfest up in these parts of the United States. Okay, I have a question from the 2000s that I want to do for the last question, but I'll go ahead and honor Simba 2 with the 1990s. And then I will do one last question for the 2000s. But here we go. Let me grab a different color. You're welcome. Okay, here we go. Who replaced Johnny Carson as host of the NBC Tonight Show when he retired? Who replaced Johnny Carson as host of NBC's The Tonight Show when he retired? And we have our answer. Who replaced Johnny Carson when who replaced Johnny Carson when he retired? It was Jay Leno. Jay Leno. So Movie Mania Nick. Then we had Mark Legenkamp. Simba 2. Debbie Thunert. Kathy Hollister. Zippity Doo Dug. You're up here. And it's Joey's World. It's Joey's World. Yeah, David Letterman actually, he had his own show on channel. Well, he was on channel 11 and then he moved to CBS, the Jay Leno show. Or the David Letterman show, because I watch David Letterman a lot. I like David Letterman. Okay. I'm going to skip that last question, but I do. Yeah, he might not be in here right now. Okay. So we'll go ahead up and add the points. I had a question, but I decided I'll hold off on it for now. That I found, but I decided we'll hold off. Okay, so we'll add up the points and see who our winner is for this evening. Okay, we have a tie for first place with Jason Thibodeau and Debbie Thunert. A tie with Jason Thibodeau and Debbie Thunert. So we could have a showdown, or you guys can be co-winners. It's up to you two. If you like to have a showdown, Jason and Debbie, we can do that. But you guys had 28 points. Then our second place winner is Mark Legenkamp. And Simba with 25 points. Simba 2 with 24 points. Then we had Movie Mania Nick, 22 points. Zippity Doo Dug, 2 points. Forrest, 13 points. Mandy Mary, 13 points. Stories of Court, 6 points. Surfer Girl 326, 2 points. It's Joey's World, 15 points. Nico the Greco, 2 points. T-Time Mary Ellen, 5 points. Surf Bum John, 2 points. Cakes 2112, 2 points. And Kathy Hollister, 2 points. So Debbie is the winner. Okay. Congratulations to Debbie and Jason Thibodeau. And thank you all for all the Ninja Watchers. Thank you, Ellie. I hope you have a good evening. Simba, too, has been doing his homework this week. Yes. Have a good night there, Ellie. I hope you sleep well. I know you're in Scotland, but the Pittsburgh contingent is invading Ireland for their Pittsburgh Steelers, for our Pittsburgh Steelers. I'm not heading to Ireland, but there's a lot of Pittsburghers or Pittsburgh Steeler fans heading to Ireland. I know you're in Scotland, though, and it's a different country altogether. But they're going across the pond. But thank you all for joining. I hope you have a great night. Stay safe, stay warm. I know on the East Coast, I believe there's rain coming through, which we needed the rain here too, because it's just been pretty dry. My grass is pretty much wiped out. But we call it Ireland. Ireland. But I hope you guys have a great night. Keep that notification bell rung. You never know when I go live. And we will see you all in the chats. And make sure you check out Coffee Talk with Doug in the morning. Check out It's Joey's World, Pete McDevitt Show, The Sassy Squad, Tita and Mary Ellen, This Our Dreams, Jennifer Caruso, The This and That Crew, Pete McDevitt Show, and also Dad Builds in the evenings. So, and Donna and Samantha Lowe. So have a great night, everyone, and we will see you in the chats. And let the adventures begin. Bye, everyone, and have a good night. Yeah, you had 13 points for us. 13 points. Have a great night, everyone, and we will see you all later. Bye.